Hey, so on the phone with us is Rainey Skelton. Rainey, thanks for being on our show where Rodeo Meets the Road.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
100%. Man, Rainey Skelton, we were just talking about your rookie season last year and the battle with, Callie and you and Victoria, and it just didn't work out. That's the way rodeo is sometimes. It's a hard season. It takes a toll on both you and your horse. Tell us about your experience as a rookie last year in finishing second, and what did you learn from that?
Going into, I think I started rodeoing in the first week of July. So the first rodeo I went to was Estes Park, and my good horse had gotten hurt in March. My good horse had gotten hurt in March. I was scrambling trying to find something, and I found another horse, and I was just starting to get with him. I had just bought him. And I went out there with the attitude of, I'm going to do my best. I'm just going to try and learn this horse and get with this horse, and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, and you got on her back. You guys are killing it. Did you were at you made a run over at, and I'm going to say it again, La Fiesta de los Vaqueros in Tucson.
Yes, in Tucson.
How was the food? I was just telling Hannah I was in Tucson as well. How was the food in Tucson? I thought it was great. The food was great. The beer was cold, and I loved it.
I was at the rodeo arena for probably 45 minutes.
Oh no!
I could not. I drove in and drove right back out.
Oh
Yes, sir.
no! I just
So,
it was great weather. I don't know what day you
See,
were
kid,
there.
that's the perk.
I'm sorry.
We get to go. I was gonna say that's the perk
Uh,
when we're at a rodeo. We get to do our job and then go get something good to eat. All these contestants, they're in and out.
Yeah, in and out. That's no way to go to Tucson. Like I said, we had tacos, we had burritos, we had cold beer, we just had a great time. It's fun. The atmosphere was good in Tucson.
that's great. Yeah, I was hoping I'd be back, but it didn't work out like I wanted it to. I was battling an abscess that whole week on both my horses, and it's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah,
And I thought I run that morning thinking he was sound, and by the time we got back home, he wasn't. And he tried his best, and I think we made a really good run for what the cards were that we were dealt. But I think he ran like a 17-8, and I feel so bad about that because I did not know he still had his abscess.
right,
That
right.
is crazy.
You made a big run in Fort Worth at the stock show. You made it to the finals. I was like, here we go. Rainey's gonna, I was rooting for you the entire time. You hit a barrel and still clocked. I was thinking, man, if you would have left that barrel up, if I would have, could have, would have. But I mean, it was a serious. I think it was what 16-2 with the barrel down. I think something like that, and that probably would have won it. That was an incredible run. Tell us about your experience there at the Fort Worth Stock Show.
That is the one of the best committees you can probably find at a rodeo. They take such good care of us. They take good care of our horses. We have fresh shavings 24/7. They put in our stalls. They clean our stalls. I think it's one of the coolest rodeos I've ever gone to. He ran he ran a 16-2 in the semifinals, and I was nervous about it because it's an indoor arena, and I was really wanting to run Joel there, but she didn't handle the ground the best the year before, so I gave Honor the chance to run, and he did great. The short round, it was I don't know really how to explain it, but I would have broke the arena record with a 16-0 during the short round, and I hit a barrel.
Right.
And I come out of the arena with the biggest smile on my face. I'm like, oh my goodness, this horse is amazing. I think a 16-4 ended up winning it. And I was bummed, but also very excited for the future. It made me very excited to see what could be next.
Oh, absolutely. You're talking about, different situations for your different horses. Talk a little bit about the differences in those two horses, where they both thrive, where you plan on riding them throughout the year.
So, Honor, I've come to find out he loves big outdoor places. I can get him by in indoor arenas, but if the barrels are stuck out in the middle of nowhere, that's his favorite because he will not run by a barrel. Jill won't either, but she's a little bit better on the inside and harder ground. She did good. She won. Jill won Lubbock, and that's a standard. I think they both really like outdoor pins, but Honor handles the ground better, and Jules does better inside and something smaller. I guess he goes left and she goes right, and he's very calm, and she's not calm at all. So they're pretty much polar opposites.
It sounds like Hannah and I.
Oh, goodness. Well, talk about riding, different styles of horses. It takes a good rider to be able to handle different styles and to be able to get on two different horses depending on the situation, So talk a little bit about that.
So the interesting thing about Honor, that sawhorse, is I had originally got on him and tried him in 2022. And I said, absolutely not. He goes to the left. I've never run to the left. I don't want to go to the left. Like, he's very calm, and everything I've always rode has been kind of gritty and really running up underneath me, but he's got a longer stride. If you watch him, you don't think he's going to clock like how he does, but then he just smokes a run, and the clock is, he clocks great. I think I ended up buying him in May of 2023. It took me that long to get over myself and try something new, and I'm very happy I did. But it did take me a while to, get out of my comfort zone and try something new.
Yeah. With your comfort zone, last year was your rookie year. You're still figuring out rodeo. You've been around rodeo your whole life. But let's talk a little bit about, now that you really have a feel for the sport, how your game plan changes. You know how to rodeo. You've got the horsepower. Like, how does this year look different for you?
Last year was probably one of the biggest learning curves that have ever been thrown at me. I didn't have the horse that I was used to. I had her out there with me, but I ran her once in 3 months, and she just wasn't where I would like her to be. So I had to learn a new horse. I had to learn the rodeos, all of that, and where to go, where not to go. And I think this year I have more confidence going into this year than I did last year because I have both my horses. I have great horses that are coming up that I'm really excited about. I have a better game plan than I did last year. I think just overall the planning is better.
100%. And, moving forward, we have the summer run coming, Cowboy Christmas. How does your schedule look, this week? Where are you up, the next week or two? And then what is your plans for later on in the season?
So I am up tomorrow night, so that'd be the 1st at Bay City. And then I guess the 14th, I'm going to go to Montgomery, Alabama, and then try to get back for the 15th to go to Mercedes. And then the night of the 15th, I'm up at Austin, and then the 16th, I'm up at Austin again. So I'm trying to work those plus work college rodeos in. So it's very busy, but I'm happy to do it.
100%. And looking at where you are, you were number 8 in the standings just a week or so ago. You're still in the top 15. That has to at least give you motivation, like, man, I'm doing really good today, this year so far. We're still, like I said, a lot of rodeo left, but to catch yourself in that top 15, it has to make you feel good and to give you positive vibes, right?
Oh, absolutely. It gives me more motivation to go. Everyone's goal is to make the NFR, and I mean, that's my goal too. But for this year, my main goal is to get or place high enough at the end of the year to be able to get into the winter rodeos. Because I didn't get into San Antonio or Austin, or I mean, not Austin, Houston.
Houston. Yeah, and to hit those big indoor arenas in the winter can make a big difference in your strategy, when you're making money here and there. But it is what it is. You're going to do what you're going to do. You're going to go where you're going to go. You're going to win what you're going to win. But, before we wrap this up, happy belated birthday to you last week.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we didn't. I don't have a happy birthday queued up, or we would have played it for you. But we're just, and I'm not going to sing it. I can't sing at all. But but
Thank you, Ken.
yeah.
I appreciate the not singing.
Yeah, 100%. But you never know. You never know. Maybe next year for your birthday we'll do that. But
Oh, my goodness.
yeah, we totally enjoy having you on our show. You're one of our sponsored riders. We root for you all the time, and we want you to do well, and we'll be following you down where Rodeo meets that road. Thanks a lot, Rainey. Appreciate it.
Thank y'all so much.